Welcome back everyone. Today I wanted to share with you a really cool and simple way to customize your iPhone without a jailbreak. A handful of my friends have asked me how I get this set up to work on an iPhone. If you're an Android user, you can do this pretty much out of the box, but as an iPhone user, it can kind of get a little stale and boring to just have that grid all the time. This little trick or hack has been around for a while. I only discovered it probably like 6 months ago, but I've really been enjoying it and I wanted to share it with all of you. It requires minimal effort and can all be done directly on the phone. You don't have to install anything. It's very easy to do. With that said, let's get started. Okay, as you can see, I keep a pretty minimal and simple layout on my iPhone. I just have my 12 most used apps on my home screen and 4 folders down below. If you'll notice, I have this big gap though. It's 2 icons high and 4 icons wide between my main apps and my folders. I think this just gives a unique look to an iPhone that we haven't really seen before in the past, and it just makes it so that I can easily access my 4 folders. Now, the way to do this is very simple. You don't need a hack or a jailbreak. It's just one website. I would recommend using Safari for this because I've tried it in Chrome and I didn't get the best results. The URL is iempty.tooliphone.net. So if you want to follow along, open up your iPhone and you can follow each one of these steps and it should work just the same for you. Now, before you begin, you do want to pick out a wallpaper. I've already downloaded 3 or 4 that I really like. It'll work best if you get a wallpaper that has some sort of texture or image on it. Not something necessarily that's really busy, but something with just a little bit more than like a plain background. So for this one, this is a sunset, it's a gradient. I've been using this for a few weeks now, but I want to get something a little bit more darker, a little bit more textured. So I've actually downloaded a few wallpapers so far. These are the 3 that I have. I've got this red one, this grunge texture one, and this ocean beachy rocky one. I think this is the one that I'm going to use. So first, let's set that as my wallpaper. So that's step number 1, use this as your wallpaper. Very important, you want to zoom all the way out. So by pinching and zooming all the way out, you want to do that. And then make sure the image is selected on still. If you do it on perspective, it will not work. So we're going to set that as our home screen. And now you can actually see from the last wallpaper where those icons were. So it's not that you're creating empty space, you're just filling it with blank icons that have no name attached to them. So here's how we get started. First, you want to tap and hold down on any one of your icons. And now you're going to screenshot this wallpaper right here while the apps are still moving. So you can take a screenshot by holding down the lock button and the home button. Now this is going to look a little weird because it screenshots the red bar up there because I am recording this directly through my iPhone, but I digress. It'll still look the same. I'll just edit it later on. So first, let's get rid of these icons. Okay, now that we've got rid of all the unnecessary icons, we're ready to begin. So you're going to go to Safari, open up that URL, and the first thing you're going to do is hit this tab right here, Create Blank Icons. So you're going to tap that, wait for it to load. It's going to ask you to upload your wallpaper. Now you're going to upload the the screenshot that you just took. So choose File, Photo Library, Screenshots, and it's going to be that wallpaper right here, and hit Send. It'll take a few moments to process, let it do its thing. Now you can see the wallpaper in the iPhone format with all of the grid of icons. Now, you can choose wherever you want to place your icons. You don't necessarily have to have it set up the way I have it set up. For example, I have 4 through 4 and 5 through 4 selected. So these are the blank icons that I use because I want my top 12 on the top and I want my folders at the very bottom row. So now here's how we get started. I always start from the bottom and work my way to the top. So if I want these if I want these 2 rows of icons to be blank, I'm going to start from 5 by 4. So once you tap that, it creates a blank icon. Now, the way it works is it's going to capture this little square right here. So if you tap the share icon, and then, where is it? Sorry. add to home screen. So you're going to tap add to home screen. And now that little exclamation Mario block looking thing, you want to not touch that. Leave it alone. Just hit done. And now you'll see you have, you won't see it unless you move around. But if you scroll, now you can see the icon in its place. Now you just repeat this. Basically, you hit the back button, and you do this for all the icons. So I'm going to go 5x3. And you got to give it a little bit of a tap. If it's a light tap, it will not work for some reason. It's just part of the site, the way it works. Add to home screen, done. And you can get into a rhythm of this. It'll take maybe 5 minutes at the most. Put on a podcast, listen to another one of my videos while you're doing this. You can pass the time pretty quickly. Okay, so now you can see I've got the icons here. You can see them moving up and down when I double tap. Now all that's left is to put them into place. So because I did this in reverse order, it should go pretty easily. So you just want to start by placing them to the immediate side of your icons. Just follow along with what I'm doing and you should get the same results. If not, we could just play around with it. I'm not too sure what the order was. I think I may have done it in reverse order, but we'll see. It's like putting a puzzle piece together. You can figure it out eventually. Okay, so I clearly did something wrong here. So you can see the idea of what happens. I think I may have done this backwards. So we'll just keep trying it out till we get it right. Okay, so alright, so I got the bottom row. Bottom row is in its correct place, but this top row, what did I do? Did I do it backwards? Yeah, I had it backwards. There we go. All right, success. So it took a little bit more effort than I initially anticipated, but that's the idea. You can see the icons now; they're in their proper place, and now you've created a really cool iPhone layout that not many other people have. Now, like I said, if you put the perspective mode on, where the wallpaper has that parallax feature, it won't work because then you'll see the little parallaxing around the icons. But for everyday use, you won't notice when you swipe it for your widgets or if you have multiple pages. For me, I like this because I only have one page and it doesn't really affect me at all. There you have it, a super simple and easy way to customize your iPhone. And if you're a magician, you can actually get really creative and you can do some cool tricks with this. I'm not going to reveal that just yet, but I'm sure you could figure it out. Speaking of magic, the Ghost Deck giveaway is still going on, so share this video with your friends. Share the giveaway video with your friends. I'll put that in a link in the card right here. I really want to start getting these decks in your hands, so share with as many people as possible. I'm going to be announcing the winner of the giveaway on my Instagram story, so be sure to follow me there at Thomas Hayden for exclusive updates. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Thomas Hayden, and as always, remain magical.